A few years ago, when I first started this channel, I jumped on the MGTOW platform, which stands for Men Going Their Own Way. And if any of you guys are still with me that are MGTOW, um, if you remember in my intro, I would put like freedom, right? It was always freedom. MGTOW is freedom. And although there was a sense of liberation that came with MGTOW, um, you know, I started diving deep and I started educating myself on conspiracies and getting red pilled and understanding the truth of what's being hidden in this reality that people are just not aware of, right? Most people just want to live in blissful ignorance and just play their part in the matrix and not question anything. Well, that was never me, man. The funny thing is, when I used to say, MGTOW is freedom and taking back your power, right? All that really meant was, you know, taking back your attention, right? Regaining your attention, because we gave a lot of our power away, or our attention, to things that never really served our highest benefit. Whether it be a relationship that you're in with a woman, whether it be you're focused on a negative, right? Then whatever it is that's a negative, news, politics, uh, you name it, right? So basically, taking back your power meant regaining awareness and looking at things in a different light. The funny thing is, right? There's this movie. I'm not sure when it came out, but it was called Into the Wild. I'm not sure if any of you guys seen it, but it was about this kid, and I guess he had graduated school, and his father or his family gave him a bunch of money and a car, a vehicle, or whatever the case may be. And the kid's like, "No, man, I don't want any of this stuff." Right? So he's like, "No." So I don't know exactly the gist of the whole movie, but he ended up like just saying, "Forget it. I don't want this lifestyle. I don't want to follow what my parents want me to do. I think they want him, he was going to go to college, and they gave him all this money and blah blah blah." Anyways, he refused it all and decided that he was going to throw a freaking backpack on, and he's going to go into the wild, right? So that's what he did, man. He went into the wild, and he crossed this river, and he found this old abandoned bus, which he made his home. And as the movie goes on, I guess he was there for a few years, and the seasons had changed, and he had this book, and all on plants and berries and whatever the case may be, because that's what he was living off of. Basically, it was like berries and stuff. So anyways, he decided that he wanted to come back into reality, so to speak. And the river was changed at this point, I think, because when he went, it was wintertime and he could cross it, but at this point he couldn't get back. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie, but anyways, he went into the wild. He's like, freedom, right? That's basically it, man. Like, taking back your sovereignty and just not wanting to have no part in this whole friggin' system, this matrix system. Excuse me, and to do your own thing. Well, anyways, it ended with a kid ate a berry that was bad. It was a bad berry, and he died. But the whole point of this story is, we're all seeking for some kind of freedom, right? Like, MGTOW is freedom, and you know, escaping the matrix, and following your own path in life, and not having to answer to anybody, and not being in a relationship, and just wanting to do your own thing, and rediscover who you are before all these things happened in life that told you differently through programming, as you would say, right? So, I mean, the freedom comes from basically, for me anyway, was, your mind can wreak havoc on your reality, right? Your mind is the one that's directing this whole thing, man, right? The mind matrix and what you're focusing on, right? What information are you taking in? What are you focusing on a daily basis? What are you giving your power away to? Your attention on a daily basis, right? Once you understand, or they say understand, that's the new lingo. That you have more control over this than you actually thought you did.